Aftershock, LTSA.
Oh, we're on our last
Is
game
that
of the night.
last leg? Yeah, we have. Never mind, we still have a few games to go.
Still got a couple of games to go. Might be your last game, Emily the Valkyrie, but it's not for us. It's not here at Darwin.
No, it is our last game tonight. I'm reading the draw wrong.
Oops.
Yes, that is 8 o'clock tomorrow.
That's my bad. I take that back. Alright, Radelaide. Let's see how you guys can go.
Radelaide?
Renegades taking their bit of a lead just to start off with. The points are starting to rack up, and here comes GP as well.
So, here's the thing. GP have definitely got this. Because they're playing outside of red. They've been playing real well in red. They can poke from that ramp at red up into dance floor and into green quite well. And on saying that, you can easily make a run from that front door of red all the way into blue.
And I reckon if we go and have a look at the dance floor, we're going to find Dexter.
Dexter
doing what Dexter does.
Or Dark Omen. Seeing that, there is a deactive player and a ref. And Beefy.
And a Beefy?
Beefy.
We've got a Beefy.
So we were wrong. We're bad at this.
Look at that. Oh, there's
so
actually a couple of Aftershock players.
Yeah, Aftershock is currently controlling that. Nothing now because they're both deactivated.
They're controlling that. They're looking after that dance floor. They're looking after their own
Dexter
backdoor.
and I think Dark Omen are sitting in red, so they're getting some points over there.
And I don't doubt that we've got Nick who's sitting in that box at the moment too.
Nick is not. Dexter is.
Oh wait, you're right. Dexter is. Oh man,
I'm pretty sure Nick did not cut his legs off and shrunk.
Yeah, I mean he could have been kneeling down.
I haven't seen it yet. I think he's way too tall to go from up there to down there.
It's a long way down when you're down there.
Yeah, there is a big cliff when you want to do that. Currently, this game is seeming to be only pack at the moment, as they're all pretty comfortable sitting around the 3K mark.
Yeah, we've got a bit of an even, pretty even. They're jumping all over the place. Look, here we go.
Player, I think that's Cougar just standing in front of a ref at red, just unsure what happened just then. He was just looking down and confused. So this is definitely a pack race at the moment. I think this might be a no-base game. Just calling it from this early on, but anything can happen. As we know, it's laser stack. Anything can happen.
Yeah, that's
you can lose to the lowest tier team and be unsure how you did it.
Yeah, and that's one of those things as well. Like we could be looking down the barrel of a low base game here at the moment, and it could be within a few seconds one base gets taken. Suddenly teams go, oh, we better catch up. Then another gets base taken, and
then all of a sudden
drop.
There's 10 bases. You can't do anything about it.
I can't see that happening a full 10, like a 30 base game in this arena. I don't think it's happened.
No, I don't think there has been a 30 base game outside of training. I think it's only been like one team having 10, or at least a max of 5 to 6.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of maybe 23 base games, maybe a 25 base game,
but nothing close to 30.
But nothing that big. Now, GP is starting to pull away with those pack points, having that very offensive game that they're playing at the moment. They've got their one defender under, they've got their 4 other players are out and about, they're getting points.
They have one defender under and one currently sitting at front door, as you can slightly see as we switch over on that pillar bit at the top here, who just crouch. I think that's Dark Omen just having a little bit of fun at the front door. Unless it's Hacker. I'm unsure because they're both wearing the black shirt. And
you can usually tell Hacker gets around with his hat.
That's true. He has a white hat, so I'm pretty sure that's Dark Omen sitting at the front there.
I don't think Dark Omen would want to mess up that beautiful hair with the hat. And it is a gorgeous thing when you see that man spin around it. It sort of billows out, goes. It's like
whips in your face as well as you're too close to him.
Yeah, that's.
So GP is definitely picking up their pack game right now. Renegades is sitting in second with gradually gaining their pack as well. So on top of that, Aftershock just got into blue, but they got shot out the moment he got in.
Yeah, they're gonna be hopefully opening up a bit more in that base at the moment.
We do have a Renegades currently sitting in green with Cougar getting 2-shot denied by Dossie. Peregrine has a crush on Dark Omen.
I mean, only a little bit.
Your little bits are like this big, and everybody knows it.
Oh, thank you for saying my little bit is that big.
Not. Moving on. We might need to kick this guy out as it's late.
It is very late.
He's starting to talk a little bit too much.
GP have got their 3K pack point lead. Even when Renegades if Renegades can get in there and pick up their first base, they've got a lot to catch up on. Same with Aftershock.
Aftershock have already won. No, not Aftershock.
Aftershocks have picked up a couple of denials, actually.
Yeah, on Renegades, who have put 3 shots into bases at the current stage.
Mm-hmm.
Not being able to take any of these bases cleanly.
Yeah, Renegades got that sort of a classic hold out of blue. You can see over in that blue base, we've got Big Red. He loves that V in that spot. He loves that one man zone. He plays it so well. Plays it so well, and like it honestly astounds me sometimes. Even when he turns to the back door, there's never anyone at the front door to hit him in the back. And I think that's got to be his team is just giving him a lot of support. They must have their positioning down just right. If they can panel back from that front door, anyone that wants to go through that front door has to make a couple of meters over to get to them.
Oh, I'm saying that Ghibli getting 2-shot denied by
that would have been
22 Niku, who was in that box at red. That's another. Taipan managed to pick up red base just before he got shot by someone.
Classic Taipan. And as you say that, Taipan has come back to his own base, heading up the defense.
To get it into them.
Yeah.
So even with Renegades as first and only base of the game, they're still behind GP.
Yeah,
GP is so good on their pack.
And it's that thing. It is hard to keep track of those pack points. Even if you can go in with a team and go, we know they're going to get big pack points. We know they're going to do well. You can't keep track of that.
Would you say you need to do the base race before they start getting in pack? Hit them hard, hit them early, way before they get set into, hey, these guys are over here, let's just farm them.
That could be a good idea, but it is I guess one of those it is difficult as well, because like as we see with the example of 1UP, when they very much rely on a lot of their bases to win their games.
Yes.
But they throw so many resources at it. Getting bases does
saying
use
that,
up your resources.
1UP, once they start getting shots into the base, they're just like, I want to finish this and don't shoot anyone else. As we saw in the last game, they just racked up the denials against them.
Here we go. We got shots on at green.
And getting the 2-shot denied by Beefy.
Unfortunate Cougar.
And it's Hacker is currently taking the base.
Nice take.
Hacker is taking the first base for GP.
Yep, and that puts them in a very comfortable position too.
Getting into the second half of the game, GP are definitely going to start running away with it, especially with that one base that they've just picked up.
Just as Renegades were starting to catch up too, they were starting to close that gap. GP just went like, nope.
We're finished with you now. Let's go get more bases.
But Cougar going back again.
Cougar has put in 2 shots in 3 shots. He has picked up the Aftershock base.
He's going to be happy. He's getting Renegades back into this game.
Renegades are definitely catching up to GP on their bases. Now we'll have to see if GP have realized this and be like, now it's our turn to go get some bases. As we see, I think that's Nico just walking out of green. So I think GP is now attacking green on top of defending their own base.
Yeah, very well could be. But I think GP, as being a notorious team for getting a big pack, they know that they know for a fact they're going into a game and they're going to be thinking, we're going to hit hard, we're going to be pulling hard on pack. If we drop a base or two here, if we're a base behind, we're probably going to be okay.
Yeah, but
so I'd imagine they'd be sitting at a pretty comfortably calm spot at the moment.
But saying that, I haven't really seen them take many bases outside of easy games. I think they're struggling to get into some of their bases and being able to take them cleanly, but to work back the bases that they may have lost and the pack they may not get. So, as we see now, yes, they're good on pack, but Renegades with that second base are basically tied with them at the moment.
Yeah, they are. And Aftershock have got to be feeling that right now. We can see Skids is trying to have a couple of cracks at the GP base. Here we go. Shots onto the red. They've got that backdoor pin.
Oh,
they've got
that
box pin.
Unfortunately,
they couldn't get it done.
No, 1-shot denied by Cougar.
Meerkat unfortunately gets that happen. Taipan takes his second base for the game.
So Taipan has put Renegades into first with that with their third base.
That's what they need to do, especially against like a team like GP that's got to have those big pack points. Renegades are going to know we need those bases. If we're going to make this up, we're going to need those bases. So that's what they're going for.
So this might be an upset against GP if Renegades can keep up with the bases in the pack that they're currently doing, which will be quite surprising because I haven't seen GP lose a game at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. And you never know, we might be seeing some action happen real soon because we're in the last 2 minutes of this game. Renegades are probably thinking they might be ahead. GP, I reckon
they must be feeling in a great spot right now, picking up 3 bases over GP.
But they're gonna want to get those extra ones. They're gonna want a comfortable win more than anything. You don't just want to go, oh, I think we've just got that.
Yep.
You want to walk out of a game going, we definitely got that. We are ahead. No worries.
If I was Renegades right now, I wouldn't even worry about looking at that GP base. I would be pulling maybe Big Red outside of defense, or grabbing Ghibli and going to green to grab more bases from green, because they seem to have a bit more luck getting into that base.
I think we just had Dexter came in and got the denial on Meerkat. Meerkat's
you don't know when Dexter is going to come in because he's so small. He's just going to dive that line.
And he's quick too. He's a very fast player. He gets around that arena real quickly and quietly. You don't really know when he's coming because he sneaks around as best he can.
Dexter is really a good player. You don't see him and you can't hear him at all, and he's just great on pack as well. As he's with the rest of the GP players, they're just so good on pack. Saying that, Arkurai,
this could be the thing that the Renegades need.
Yep, that's pushed them into first, but not by much. They need to grab another hit on green, and I think they've comfortably got it. Yep, saying that.
There might be just enough time for GP to win this back. They could pull ahead on their pack points. I think Renegades may be able to pull this one out.
The base is going to come active maybe with 10 seconds left, so if Renegades get into green...
But here comes Dexter.
I think Renegades are definitely looking at green at the moment. They need to get in now. Dexter. If they don't get in now and start shooting the moment it comes active, they don't have it.
Oh, and the denial points? Yes. That is what GP needed. GP gets that. Ghibli.
Oh my god, Ghibli is just...
Ghibli, the hero of the Renegades.
Ghibli has just... That last base save put the Renegades in front of GP at the moment. GP definitely be upset with that loss at the moment.
Exactly what you needed.
My god, that was amazing.
Oh, well done, Renegades. And like I said earlier,
let's go have a look how the reaction. There it is.
That is one.
The Renegades are so happy.
Renegades. Big high fives all around.
GP will be upset to walk out of that game and see those scoreboards and see how close it is. Gypsy's going to come and have a look
at that, and celebrations all around. I think it's going to be a nice part. It's going to be a nice night over at the Renegade House. They're going to be enjoying themselves.
They definitely will be.
Big hugs from Cougar and Orkurai in the back. Back room.
They have not even walked out of the base just yet.
I'm sure they've been told that they win.
With the yelling and screaming, of course.
Yeah, and of course they've got those 2 extra players that are sitting out, and they're going to be screaming at them from the counter. You did it, Ghibli, you legend.
As people in the chat, they heard from the foyer the yelling and screaming that the Renegades did to beat GP. As we have been saying basically all night, anyone can throw it in an upset in these games because it's such a fast-moving game and anything can happen.
That is so true.
So let's quickly jump back over the scoreboard to have a look at the final results for
those hugs, I tell you.
For those 3 teams. So Renegades pulling a first 5 bases over GP on their 2 bases, and Aftershock sadly coming in third with 0 bases. But Aftershock, they came into a hard game. A very, very hard game.
And it was unfortunate they weren't able to do much about it. Renegades and GP kind of just had control of the arena everywhere they went.
Yeah, very much. We thought GP were going to run away with it, being so good on pack. But saying that, they never picked up the bases they lost over Renegades.
Yeah.
So, I think that was the last game for tonight.
That indeed was the last game for the night. And I think, well, honestly, there's not much more I can say besides well done, Renegades. You've ended the night on a great note.
Yes, very exciting note too. Everyone's going to be happy about that, to see that Renegades have beaten GP.
Yeah.
Which I don't think Spartans or Warpack have done at the moment.
Not yet, no. Is that GP's first, second?
I think I wouldn't know. I haven't really been keeping up with GP scores at the moment. Yeah. But it could be their first, second.
It could very well be their first. If there's anyone in the chat that can give us a heads up, let us know if that was their first, second. But besides that, folks, I think we might have to leave that one there.
I think that's the last game for tonight. And I think we're going to be...
We've got no one else lining up.
Yeah, in that four game, I don't think we see anyone else. Yep. Let's have a look at the players one last time and the fantastic tricky playing with the packs before we pack up for the night.
Magnificent site op. Isn't he grand? Isn't he beautiful? Look at that glory.
Yeah. I'd like to say thank you to all the volunteers and the refs and everybody that helped out at Laser Tag today and over the next coming days. They've done a great job. For those who are keeping up with the results and everything, they're all going to be posted on Zeltac's new website, zlta.com.au. So all the links of the stats, results, and videos that will be posted there on YouTube, Twitch, based on Fantasy League has been also updated as we see. Ling has posted the link into the chat right now.
Double hosts.
So that's going to be all from me tonight.